welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Morgan and I also have a little special guest up here. This is my cockatiel Poppy. But today I'm going to be talking about my piercings that I recently got. I got a bridge piercing and I also got this vertical labret piercing. So let's just get into the video. So starting off as a background, I do have my lobes pierced and I got those done when I was 19. I got my septum pierced in April. You can't really tell because I have a little bit of a smaller ring in right now. She's having bird zoomies. Anyway, I was never really into piercings that much actually. But then I started to look at jewelry for earrings, so I got into those. And I wanted to get my lobes pierced. And then I was looking at septums, especially because they're a little bit trendy at the moment. So then I got my septum done. And again, I was like, oh, I'm fine. I don't think I want any more at the moment. And then even like the week before, I told my therapist like, oh, I'm not into tattoos, or I'm not into piercings, I'm more into tattoos. And then like during that week, I was like, I kind of want them though. Like I was like looking at them and watching videos and TikToks and stuff, and I was like, you know, I just need to get over it. Because honestly, like once I was looking at them, I was like, I don't want them. But the only reason why I wasn't wanting them was because I was afraid to get them, because piercings are kind of scary to me compared to tattoos because it's a lot more like aggressive. So I was like, no, I don't want them. But in reality, I did want them. I just was like scared of them. So that's why I wasn't getting them. So I changed my mind. And I was trying to figure out which ones I wanted, because I was really into the Medusa one that goes up here. But I heard that those can cause teeth issues. I already have bad enough teeth as it is, so I honestly was like, I don't know if it will bring attention to it. And then in general too, I felt like it might be a little bit too busy, because if I have a septum and I have this, I kind of was like, I don't know about getting that. You know, it might be too busy in that one area. So I was also looking at bridge piercings, and at first that kind of scared me, but then I was like, kind of want one though. So I already made my mind up about that one. And then I was looking at the vertical labret, and I liked that it doesn't actually go into your mouth. So like this is not touching my teeth at all, so it won't cause any issues with my teeth. And I felt like it was a little bit more spaced away from my septum. I was a little bit worried still about it bringing attention to my teeth. So far, I don't think I've noticed it, but it was one of those things where I was like, I'm just gonna take a chance and get it and whatever. And even though it was a little bit hard for me, I kind of wanted to get over it, you know, like even if it is going to show my teeth, like I will never know if I don't try. And I don't want to stop myself because it's going to bring attention to my teeth that I'm self-conscious of, you know. So I just did it. So I am going to tell you about my experience as well getting both of them, because I actually got them on the same day. So I went to All Star Tattoo, which is where I get my tattoos, because they have a piercer. And I've gone to another place before, and I was honestly like, they didn't necessarily do anything wrong, but they were just very like assembly line. The girl didn't really talk to me at all, so I was like freaking out, and she didn't say a word to me explaining like anything. So I don't know, I just didn't feel very good there. So every time I go get my tattoos, it's a good experience. So I was like, I'm gonna go to that place and see if it's a different experience. And it really was, because she, I believe her name is Chris, she was literally talking to me the whole time. And I just felt a lot more like I wasn't inconveniencing them. And she was like explaining to me like aftercare, like, because even that last place didn't even tell me how to take care of my septum and like all this stuff. So I had a much better experience in general. But yeah, we go to do my bridge piercing, and of course they're having like a difficult time because I think I might have broken my nose or something. Like, it's kind of a weird story. I was gonna say I fell off a bike. That's not. I've done that before too, but that's not why. I like tripped over a crack in the cement and like fell flat on my face, and like right here I had like a wound and like my nose had been crooked ever since. There's like a ridge in it. So I think I broke my nose at one point or fractured it or something. And even the piercer kind of was like, there's like your one side of your nose goes a different way. So she had an issue with that. And then also too, my lip, I can't remember what she said, but she said, I think it pulls to the left. She was like, when you smile, like it's in the center, but when you smile, oh my God, there's like a hawk outside or something. Anyway, my lip like pulls to the left. So I'm like uneven there too. So I was just giving this piercer like such a difficult time because my face is all messed up. No, but yeah, we did the bridge piercing first and I had to lay down, and that one, of course, I was like, ooh, this is a little bit intense. Like having to lay down for a piercing was a little scary, but honestly it was the weirdest thing. Like I felt pressure and I could feel like the motion of the needle going through, but I couldn't really like actually feel the pain of it, you know? So there was that. Oh yeah, but that was fine. And then doing my lip, honestly, that one, I was like terrified of my lip for some reason. I felt like it was gonna hurt so bad, but it really was not that bad. I think she went up. Yeah, she went up like this. So I mean, I did feel it. Like there was like almost like I bit my lip, but that was about it. I just realized that I'm like talking with her tail in my face. But yeah, honestly, it was like, it was whatever, and I literally did it and I was like, wow, I did both of them. I just knew the kind of person I am. Like I would get my bridge piercing and I would literally leave and be like, that wasn't so bad. When should I go back? So I might as well just get them both. It was fine. Got them done in one time, dealing with the healing at the same time. I just cleaned both of them. We're good.
I forgot to mention when I was originally filming this, but doing both of them did kind of give me a weird like identity crisis, because when I looked in the mirror, I didn't recognize myself. So it was a little bit odd seeing myself because it was just a pretty visible change all of a sudden. Like I didn't have time to adjust to one or the other. It was just kind of both of them. So it wasn't that I regretted getting them necessarily, but at first it was like difficult for me to look in the mirror and be like, I love them, you know? Like I'm getting used to them and I'm enjoying them now, but I didn't have that moment where I was like, oh my God, I love it, because I just saw myself in the mirror and it was like I wasn't looking at myself. It was like somebody else. So just a fair warning in case you want to get visible piercings like all at once like that, like I did.
I also thought it was funny too because my boyfriend was there and she kept, because my face is all crooked, she was like, hey boyfriend, look at it and tell me if it's centered because you see her more than I do. And he was like, yeah, it looks good. And then when she turned away, he was like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, don't say that. So I was happy that she gave me the mirror to look at so I could like verify that it was even, because I was like, don't trust him to do that because he's obviously very reliable about it. As for healing, it's been going very well. It's been a little bit weird with my lip, like learning how to like eat. I've been drinking from a straw for like a while because I don't trust myself to drink from a cup or a can and like not spill it everywhere. But yeah, it's a little bit weird. I've had to cut like sandwiches in half a couple times to be able to eat them, but besides that, I'm just kind of like staring at food like, how do I eat this? Like I had an ice cream cone the other day and I kind of got it like hooked into like, you know, the inner part of the ice cream cone where it's like a grid almost? Yeah. I figured it out, but I got a little bit, like I got stuck to it for a second. Now I want to talk about kind of, I guess like reactions from others and just in general, like the public. I touched on this in my last video, sort of, but like I don't understand why people have such an issue. But it's like, if you don't want a piercing, that's fine. You don't like piercings, that's fine. But I don't understand why people have to say that to me, you know? Like, you don't need to tell people things like, oh, you look terrible, like, thank you. I've basically been told multiple times in different ways that I don't look good. Also had people walk in, like there's one girl at my job that was like, oh, they're just okay with you looking like that? And I was like, and then I had one lady literally tell me I was uneducated. and I could not believe that was actually happening. Oh, some guy like was acting all nice to my face, and then when he talked to my other coworker, he was like, "You guys hire people like that?" I just don't understand, just because like how I look, like you guys gonna say stuff about me, and I don't want this to come off in a bad way or anything, but this makes me sound very cocky, but I'm just gonna say it. I feel like I'm one of the nicest people. Like, I literally donate to things all the time. I don't like saying a single bad thing about people without feeling bad. I literally will always try to help and like do whatever I can and like all the stuff. I'm always trying to do my best. And people are gonna say stuff about me just because I want to have orange hair and have piercings and like tattoos. But I feel like if half these people looked in the mirror, like, they have something. And it's like, you have your own problems. You don't need to be pointing out other people's. Because I'm sure if somebody found out all their secrets and they weren't wearing them on their face, like me, like, you know, everybody's got their thing. But these people aren't showing it off all the time. So nobody's saying anything to them. But I'm sure they wouldn't be happy if somebody else pointed it out to them. So it just frustrates me when people like to make judgments on me when I'm literally doing nothing wrong just because I got piercings and I have orange hair. I don't know, I'm just trying to enjoy my life, and it's not my problem if you aren't enjoying yours. That is all. Sorry for that little like rant at the end. It's just very frustrating to me, and I just can't wrap my head around it. Like, I know that's just how people are, but I don't understand why, and I wish it wasn't. And I was even telling my therapist that this is just something that I have to learn to deal with. And it sucks that I have to learn to deal with it because, again, I don't know why it's an issue to begin with, but here we are. So, yeah, I hope this video was somewhat helpful to you. Whether you learned something about getting these specific piercings or not, or if you can relate to my little rant there, or anything. And I guess I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys!